I asked him, did he know about the apocalypse? And he looked at me, not for very long, but he did, and said, as if I was from Mars, he said, surely you must be joking. I wasn't. And it had happened before. And we always got ready. We always figured out some way to dance around it. But we always forgot. And I just knew he had. Again. I had clutched his arm. I had. I looked him in the eyes and said, this is it. And then suddenly I knew I was the one who remembered it all. All these assumptions I had cast over myself like a veil. I knew that people didn't really die. I knew that it was because they always died. Not necessarily by that sort of, absurd dualism or juxtaposition, which anyways is a sort of truth, but there is no duality to it. We are dead. We are dead and walk. And nature breathes. Nature does. We were in a bar. I asked him, did he know about the apocalypse out of context, and he knew. But he had to look at me like that. Like I was from Mars. Like nothing would ever be the same again. Well, I can only convey so much to someone else. I only knew so much myself. So many words, many statements truncated or crushed beneath this breathing weight of reality. Nature breathes. So what do I do then? I take him by the arm and I say, look, you have to get out of here. The earth is over. But we didn't know when. We didn't have a clue when. It seemed just as weird and arbitrary and useless as Kafka, his character getting arrested without knowing why. So then is life a trial? Are we an endless pogrom? Is there something everyone else gets that we don't? And if so, is it even there? Maybe it is something like some sort of shifty concept or something that shifts like a pint of beer on a coaster. I grabbed his hand and I mutely spoke. I grabbed his light and I tried to make it see that little tiny shard of dark that was there amongst it. Denial, or just plain ignominy. Blank. And suddenly we were there, on the edge of the sun, without knowing why we weren't burnt up. Without knowing ourselves a disease at all, to be diseased. He drank and I drank, and he sat and I sat. And I could only make a caricature of anything. All these statements, words, connected in a jumble. Absurd, he said. For I had been listening to him listen to me, without knowing that I was speaking. I was busy listening to his static. Absurd, he said. My brain works. I am no blankness. I am no inhuman person. Is it possible to be a sociopath? I asked him, without losing your humanity. Well, he said yes. You can care too much. You can care too much that we're all dead. And I knew he was right. I knew I couldn't accept blankness myself, that I projected it upon him. My own losses, my own insignificant gains, my own petering reality out. Not like a snuff candle, just a candle without any wax left. But who knows? Maybe there's much to see in a nature that breathes. What is reality? What is my sitting there, looking into someone else's window, but not through it? Anything but a miscommunication. Anything